Hi everyone, how are you doing? We hope you're well. It's 2021. We thank God. It's how many days? 4 days, 3 days into the new year. That is a good thing. 2020 was a roller coaster among very many other things, but we are so grateful that we made it through the new year. For those who are new to the channel, welcome to the channel. Those who have been here, welcome back. Please subscribe if you've not subscribed before or yet. Like the videos, watch the videos, share the videos, comment. We love the comments. We love those. We read those comments and they make us better persons. So do not get tired of commenting. Now, in today's video, I am hosting an amazing person, an amazing human being, an amazing woman. You all need to hear her speak. I got here and I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah. So we have the president of the Uganda Law Society on set today, Mrs. Pheona Nabasa. Yeah. So I'll let her introduce herself and we shall move on. We shall carry on with this video. Please introduce herself.
Hello. Hi everyone. My name is Pheona Nabasa. As introduced, I'm the President Uganda Law Society, but I also head the legal department in National Water and Sewerage Corporation. I'm really glad to be here. Happy New Year.
So, of course, when I got the opportunity, by the way, I was very humbled when you said it was okay to like have you on the channel. It meant really much. So I was thinking, what should I ask? Okay, yes, I'm going to see how to ask. So I went out of my way to ask my colleagues to send in whatever questions they would want for you to like answer. Yeah. And I received most of them. The first question that I want to ask, I know for a fact. Yeah, so I understand you're a married woman, but that one question, you know, they normally say lawyers even want to lawyer in the family. they want to, you know, those things. Actually, I don't know if that is how it is, but there's that talk of female lawyers rarely get married. You know, they take the bossiness and everything to the marriage and they're literally failing. How have you been able to balance marriage, work, meetings, and all that? Oh, also the fact that you're a lawyer, you know.
Thank you. That's a very good question. You should put on your mask for social distancing. So the thing that I will say, first of all, that's a lie. I know very many successful lawyers who are married to other lawyers, and I'll give Justice Bamugemerere and her husband, the deputy IGG, who are very married and they're lawyers. I know so many couples like that are lawyers and they're very. It's about knowing your identity. I think that. Yes, of course, there are lawyers who've divorced. Probably as many lawyers as are happily married. We have those, but this is life, and life happens in every profession. Yeah. They say doctors make the worst patients. So I do not think people should judge anybody because of the career. Oh, yeah. Because if you meet, there's some doctors I met who are more argumentative than lawyers. So it's not the profession. Okay, the training does something to us. But character is what you take into a marriage, and character is what makes a marriage. And I must say that personally, my character is I push, and yes, I'm a bit pushy, and I'm a bit. I need to learn to allow people to lead me. Yeah. But my husband was a friend for a long time before we even thought about marriage, and we used to do ballroom dancing together. It's funny, and he's the one who taught me how to allow to be led, because I have a strong mother. So I come from a family of strong women, so it's natural to just sort of take control. That is something I struggle with in marriage, but it's also good for young people to marry. If you're a young lady, marry a man you respect. Marry a man that is stronger than you, please. It's important because, and when I say strong, I don't mean physically strong, but I mean even character-wise, because the fact that I respect my husband is what helps me submit. If he does things that make me despise him, or if he was less or if I married him because I could control him, then I think I would have ended up on the wrong end of the stick. I think also because I honor him is why he is even very supportive of me in my career. So there's every benefit in knowing your identity in marriage, knowing your identity in any relationship, even with your bosses. Because I think one of the problems people have is there's a difference between position and respect. Just because I'm the president of Law Society does not mean that I'm going to go to National Water where I have many people I report to and start being, exactly the president at National Water. You have to categorize, play your different roles. I always tell young people, be like an amoeba. An amoeba shapes itself to the environment it's in. When I'm in National Water, I'm the head of legal, and that's that. And I report to people and I do my work. When I come to ULS to do ULS.
Okay, yeah, that's interesting. And like you said, when you're in the marriage, you're not the president. So guys, it's not about the lawyer and what, knowing your place. So yeah, the next question would be, what inspired you to go for law? For president? You know, we have that big women. What made you think that I can do this, and what actually made you go for that?
It was a process. It was a process because when I stood for secretary, there's something that says God gives you the light for the step you're on. Sometimes because I'm very, very intentional about my relationship with God. It's very dear to me. I know people out there that are agnostics and everything, and I respect you, but for me, God is very present in my life. So one of the things I do to practice His presence is to listen instantly. You know, when God told Abraham leave, and he left, that we see in Gideon being so stubborn. Every time God would tell him to do something, Gideon put out sheep, whatever, fleeces and all these things. But you need to go. And when I stood for secretary, I knew that I'm coming to make a difference in the communications in the brand of ULS. And that is all I knew. I didn't even have any interest in any other position. I remember they asked me to stand for treasurer, and I'm like, no, I don't know that stuff. When I came for VP, it is because we'd lost a donor and we're going to close 7 legal aid clinics, and I knew that I'm passionate about legal aid. I knew that I can sell and get donors to get us money. So I knew this I can do, and I knew that is my call. I didn't think about presidency or treasurer or other positions. So as the VP relationship was ending, the position was ending, it became very clear to me that I had to stand for president. Because I felt that the Law Society needed a different face, a different heart, and a different approach. Because I felt that for a long time we'd become the society that fights in the political space. And I thought we needed to become real to our membership. We needed to be a society that is available to our members, that takes care of them, where the members, because I felt an apathy from the membership. I also felt that the legal aid services we've been given, because we grew in legal aid hugely, but I realized that none of our lawyers were beneficiaries. That's why right now I'm happy to say we have a member hotline for our members, and you've seen us running to our members' aid. The third thing I also felt is that we were not truly sold to the earth. Lawyers had become, our ethics were very questionable, so we needed to go back to the ethical calling of being an advocate. I thought we needed to go back to the ethical calling of being an advocate. In Proverbs 31 verse 9, it says, speak for those that cannot speak for themselves. And for me, I felt that the Law Society had forgotten that role for a while, and we needed to speak out on issues that were not just political in nature, but on issues that actually affect the everyday man. But we also need to advise government, and I think that our advisory role has reduced over the past years. So we want to be intentional about it. That's why you see us trying to create dialogue with all the institutions that could benefit from us. So coming from that, I also have a weakness. I am very need-driven, and when I feel there is a need is when I'm drawn to challenges. So I felt that this was a challenge I could take on, and it's not really. If you watch Simba and what's the Lion King, there's a point where Simba is roaring at the hyenas, and he's roaring and he's roaring and he's just squawking, and they're laughing and they're falling down laughing, and then he opens his little mouth and this roar comes out and shakes the mountains, and they turn and his father is behind him. So I approach challenges like that because I know God is behind me. So when I open my mouth, it's that roar. So I did not go into the Law Society presidency saying I am Pheona. No, I was like, I know who I serve, and I know who has called me, and I know I'm confident I'll make a difference because this is not my thing. It was not birthed by me. So I'm glad that God was faithful. And I'm glad that the members have welcomed this strange, faithful, available, teachable mantra, and we are actually working as a team. For me, all the lawyers that turned up to rescue Nicholas Appeal from all kinds of divides, seeing all the lawyers that turned up at CPS to rescue Ambrose Teviasa in our first week of office. Having about 50 lawyers from all walks of life. Some of them didn't know Ambrose, they just knew he was a ULS member and we had to turn up for him. So for me, I believe that tomorrow we're having an EGM about the arrest of lawyers, about the persecution and prosecution of lawyers during their work, but also about the political space right now. And just having these relevant conversations on how we as the Law Society can be a part of the solution to society's problems, for me is very powerful.
Actually, that leads me to my next question. With everything going on in the political space,
Yes.
The Nicholas Opio situation and all that, to we, the upcoming lawyer, I don't know if you're the right person to ask this, but if anyone would ask if this is still a safe space for us, like, should we actually come? Did we actually make the right decision? Like, are we going to be treated the same?
Please come. Come, because right now as we speak, we are trying to make a difference. We're trying to make it safe for you. We're trying to make it, you see, one of the things that we would like to do is remind every lawyer that they are lawyers first. And we have a lot of lawyers in government that are causing these problems that we're seeing.
Sure.
So we're coming into dialogue with them right now. We're doing this EGM. After this, we're going to make recommendations. We're going to make petitions. We're going to make. But I want to assure you that by the time we are done, at least with our town, it will be a safe space. We want to make sure that it's a safe space, because a country that does not take care of its lawyers does not respect the rule of law. And without lawyers, you cannot transact safely. You cannot protect your property. You cannot protect your marriages and all these other relationships. You cannot ensure that your children are safe after you die. You cannot. There's so much that we are like a fulcrum to society, moving on. So we want to ensure that the government remembers the important role that we play and that is respected. We do not want immunity, of course. Of course, it would be nice if we had immunity, but the Advocates Act already provides some protection for advocates as long as they're in the course of their duty. Yes, we can be tried for crimes we've committed, but again, as the Uganda Law Society, we're fighting for due process. That let us not be arrested and disappeared. Let us be taken to gazetted places. Let us be given an opportunity to be heard for bail. Let us be given access to our lawyers. Let us be given access to our families. So these are the things that we're fighting for, and all I would tell the young lawyers is to join this fight. Resist resolving your social disputes or political disputes through violence, through things that do not bless you. I have seen a lot of young lawyers, sometimes they get involved in these things, the young students, and they get in jail. Right now I'm trying to rescue a few of them. We don't know some of them where they are, but the problem is they are going to have a record, for getting involved in some of these things. and yet you could actually be part of maybe a class action in court before you even graduate. You know, so I believe that lawyers need to take up our space, and before we have exhausted all the tools that are available to us in our war room, which is the courtroom, then we shouldn't go anywhere else. Yeah.
About the cabinet, I know the cabinet is entirely female.
No, it's actually half.
Oh, half, eh?
Yes.
Yeah. How does it feel to be
Exciting. Exciting and comfortable. I know women. I also know all the people that I am having the honor of serving with, even the men. And they're such a good team. They're such a hungry team, and they're such a team of big hearts. They care about the law society. They're very busy people. I keep teasing them that I'm in-house, but they seem to be more busy than I am. But the thing I love about all of them is they really care. And this whole faithful available thing has become real for all of us. So they've been so available. I've never had a council. I've been on 2 councils before, and I have never seen a council that is available to meet almost 3 times a week and give me numbers of like maybe 7 out of 9. For me, I've never had that experience. So I'm really humbled by their availability. I'm really humbled by their loyalty, because we've had a lot of testing. We've hit the ground running. We've been tested by fire. And I think each time somehow we come out, even when we've been shaky, I'm proud of the teamwork we are showing so far.
Interesting. How does it feel that you've actually come this far?
It's not very far. We just finished our first 100 days, but I'm very happy that we've touched on almost everything that we had resolved to do, and I'm also very happy that the membership and the secretariat have embraced these things. I have members calling me and saying, let's start this, let's start that, let's do this, let's do that. So the membership is very actively involved. Right now we have 300 people that are involved in all the committees. So the decisions of ULS are actually being made by 10% of ULS. So I'm very proud that we are very representative as we speak. So like the championing of Nicholas's efforts was by the Rule of Law Committee. So for me, this shows me that members are beginning to stop being apathetic. They're beginning to, even the people that, you know, have, there's some people who call themselves a shadow cabinet, and they have all these, you know, they always have another opinion. I welcome them because it shows they're concerned and they're involved. And for me, there's nothing I hate like apathy. So I feel that the first 100 days has gotten the right attention.
We can